everyone, this is Inda from Miss Umber Crafts, and today I want to show you my mini milk carton that's inspired by Stampin' Up's mini milk carton die. This is especially a really great treat box for Valentine's Day. Now I didn't use the mini milk carton die for this. I actually created this from scratch, and this is pretty much identical size to the mini milk carton, and I will show you that later. But for this, as you can see, this milk carton holder has 4 mini milk carton. Okay, and it's really sweet and cute, and it's actually pretty tiny. But I think, you know, if you're giving 4 of these away as in like one package, it's pretty good size. So the stamp set I'm using for this Happy Valentine's Day is the Teeny Tiny Sentiments from Stampin' Up. It's this one. Okay, so sorry about the glare. And also I use the word window punch and the I forgot what this is called. I think this is the modern label punch. Yep, it's this punch. Okay, and the digital kit, the digital paper, sorry, that I printed out and used for this project is from Sherry K Designs. She sells at mygraphico.com, and the pattern's name is Love is in the Air. Oh my goodness, I don't know why it's turning greenish right now, but okay, it's back again. So let me see if it's going, my camera's gonna pick up. So yep, that's the sentiment, there's the pattern, and this is the sides. And I closed this using, you know, these mini clips, but you can actually close it with regular paper clip, or you can use seam binding. And yeah, this is how it looks like on the inside. They're pretty easy to make, and a couple of years ago the mini milk carton was very popular, but I know that some people don't want to, you know, buy the die for about $32. It's way too expensive. So I'm going to show you how to create it from scratch. It's actually very easy, and I'm gonna tell you how to create the holder. I have the 4 mini milk carton holder version, and also the 2 mini milk carton holder, which is this one. So cute, so very cute, and you can use this, you know, for Valentine's Day treats, or you can put little notes on it, whatever you like to do with it. Okay, so I'm going to show you a comparison. This is the mini milk carton die cut. So a friend of mine actually sent me a pack of these. So it's been die cut from the die itself, from the Stampin' Up mini milk carton die. And I tried replicating it before without ever seeing the actual product, and it didn't work. But then I got it, and then I figured out the size. It's pretty identical. If you can see side by side, it's the height, the width, it's pretty identical. And actually I prefer making it from scratch rather than this one. Even though they have the scored lines, it's actually still pretty hard to assemble. So let's get started. Okay, so before we get started, the actual size of this milk carton box is about 1/5 by 3 inches. Okay, so it's pretty small. And what you're gonna need for the box itself is a piece of cardstock that measures 5 by 7. So with your 5 by 7 piece of cardstock, what you're gonna do is on the 7-inch side, you're going to score it at 1 5/8, 3 1/4, 4 7/8 and 6 1/2. And then you're going to turn it, and then you're going to score at 3 1/8. Oops. And 1 1/2. And then 3 3/8. That's all the scored lines you would need, okay? So once you've done that, make sure you score all of the scored lines. This is especially very, very important because it'll make the box go together very easily. Okay, once you've done that, you would see that there's this little piece here, little strip here, and you're going to cut only on the bottom side here, just until the first score line from the bottom. So cut all of it. Like so. Okay, so this is going to be your box. And then what you're going to do, you're going to cut on these scored lines on the bottom part up until the first vertical score lines. And I like to cut a little slit off like that just to make it easier to assemble later. Oops, it's really hard to see when it's a bit further from me. Okay, the last one. Okay, so then what you're going to do, you're going to adhere this side here with this side here. So you can use any type of adhesive you want. You can use tape, or you can use liquid glue. For me, I like to use liquid glue for precision. Sometimes when I use tape, it's really hard when I mess it up. Make sure that all the sides are lined together, okay? So I'm gonna line it up as close as I can. Oh, my camera isn't picking up. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to fold this, and I'm going to put adhesive here and here. Again, I'm going to be using liquid glue. Okay. Alright, okay, once you've done that, I'm just going to burnish the bottom bit with my ruler just so that it sticks well. Okay, now you see where the joints are? This is going to be on the back side, and then what you're going to do, you're going to pinch this. This is why you need to be sure that you have you folded all your score lines and then you burnish it, because otherwise it won't create this crisp folds. So there you go, you have your milk carton box. Okay, so I'm just going to set that aside, and we're going to make the holder. We're going to make the 4 holder first. Okay, so for the 4 milk carton holder, you would need 2 pieces of cardstock measuring 5 1/2 by 7 1/4. Okay, I'm going to do that first. Now, on the 7 1/4 inch side, no, I'm going to go in with the 5 1/2 side first. So with your 5 1/2 side, score 1 inch on each side. Okay, so 1 inch on this side, and then turn it over, and then score another inch. on this side. And then on the long side, on your 7 1/4, you want to score it at 1 inch. And then 2 3/4. And the last one is 3 3/4, but don't go all the way in. Just score it just until the first score lines. Okay, so 3 3/4, just until that score line, and then you're going to turn it. Okay, you're just going to turn it, and then do the same thing, 3 3/4, and then you score it just to the score line. Okay, you can see that that's just way to the score line. You don't go all the way. That's the last score line. Okay, you're gonna do that to both of your cardstock. So let me do that again. On the 5 1/2 inch, score 1 inch from each side. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then on the long side, on the 7 1/4, you're gonna score it at 1 inch, 2 3/4, and 3 3/4, just to the score lines. Turn it round, 3 3/4, just to the score lines up there. Okay, so that's what you got. And once that's done, what you're going to do, you're going to cut these scored lines. Okay, so just going to cut it all the way to the score lines up there. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to remove this part here. All of this will be removed, okay? But I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to cut the score lines on the other cardstock. Okay, this tutorial was it's not my original idea for the holder. I got it from the internet, and I will link the original tutorial down below, but the mini milk carton, I did use it by myself. I figured it out by myself. Okay, I'm gonna set aside my scoreboard and I'm gonna cut. You can cut this using trimmer, but I don't really like using trimmer because I don't think it's that accurate. Maybe it's just me. I like using cutter and ruler. Okay, and I'm gonna cut this off. Okay, so you're gonna left with that. And so score all the scored lines as per usual. Okay. Now I'm going to create a little bit of I'm gonna taper it a little here and taper this side as well. Tiny bit. Taper this side. And another one on this side. Okay. Once that's done, you're going to fold it up and adhere it. Okay, let's do that. For this, you can actually use like I said, you can use liquid glue or you can use tape, whatever you feel comfortable with. And I think I'm just going to use tape this time for this. Okay. Oops. All right. So line that up and press. Line the other side up as well. Make sure it's flushed. Do the same thing on all the sides. Make sure you lined it up. Okay, do the other side. Okay. Okay. If you see a little bit of excess here, it's fine actually. You can just cut it. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's your holder, and you need 2 of them, obviously. If you want to round the corners, you can do so, and I did mine. I rounded my corners with my corner chomper 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so do the same thing again with your other cardstock. And once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're just going to need to line this together and glue it down. So I'm going to use liquid glue for that. Just put glue all over the back side here. Okay. And then glue it together. Make sure you burnish it. And there you go. That's your 4 mini milk carton holder. It's really, really cute. Fits perfectly, and if you want to have a handle like mine, you can do so without damaging your punch. You can do one side at a time, and then before you adhere it, you punch the other side as well, lining it up, and then you have a handle. Okay, now let's do the second one, which is a 2 mini milk carton holder. For that, it's really easy, and you're going to need a piece of cardstock, which measures 3 1/4 by 5, and another cardstock measuring 1 3/4 by 11. Okay. Now we're gonna have our scoreboard back. For the base or the handle, you're gonna score it on the long side. You're gonna score it at 3 1/4, and also 4 1/4. Alright, that's on the 5-inch side. And then on the short side, which is the 3 1/4 side, you're gonna score it at 3 1/4. Oops, sorry, 3 1/4, and also 2 1/2. Okay, so that's it. You're just going to score on all the scored lines, and just cut the pieces. This way is better, I think. Just gonna taper it. Okay. The other side. Okay. Now, don't do anything with this first. We're going to go and make the handle, and then we're going to attach them together and assemble it. Okay, So on the 11-inch side, this is 11 by 1 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so on the 11th side, you're gonna score it at 1 3/4. Okay, 5 1/2, and then 9 1/4. Okay, score on those scored lines. Make sure you score and burnish it very well. Okay, you're going to adhere this part. You're going to glue this down first. Glue the center part first. I'm going to use liquid glue for that. Okay. Okay, you can glue it down. If you can punch it if you want, you can round the corners if you like. And then what you're going to do, you're going to put adhesive on both these sides. Okay. And then you're going to line up this to the edge of this, the center of the box. Okay. Line it up. That's why I like liquid glue. You can kind of move them around, see where it fits. You see, if you assemble the box first, you won't get the flexibility on getting it to the perfect position. So, okay, once you've done that, you're going to put adhesive on all these 4 sides and create a box, just like we did before. Okay. Make sure you lined it up. Alright, so basically that's your 2 mini milk carton holder. So here's one, and here's another one. So there you go. You can round this, or you can punch a handle there. I don't have a punch smaller than my oval punch that can fit this, but you can definitely use a handle for this. Okay? So if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you enjoy that. See you later. Bye.